LDBC. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. And guys, let me go ahead and I wanted to drop this video because I'm happy for the sport of women's MMA when I saw this news. King of the Cage, and I don't know if any of you know about King of the Cage. Um, King of the Cage, they've been around. I've known them to be around since like what 99, 98, and I've been watching fights, from King of the Cage, man, for a long time. They've been around for a while. And, they put out some pretty good content. They're just not well known as the UFC or Bellator or Invicta. They're not that well known. But they're beefing up their women's roster because in the past, they've never been known to have a lot of women. And you have a lot of women's MMA stars that started out with King of the Cage. Like people like, Ronda Rousey, some of her first fights were with King of the Cage. Michelle Waterson, some of her first fights were with King of the Cage. But I actually think King of the Cage, I think they're trying to really take their promotion and their business to the next level. Even though I checked their website, man, they've got a full detailed schedule, man. Their schedule is intense. And, it's going to be televised. All of their shows are going to be televised because in the past, some of their shows wasn't televised. And you just wouldn't be able to see some of their shows. Now, their full schedule, they're televising everything. So they are definitely trying to beat this up. And it's a good start for a lot of women. And I hope that they can maybe provide a lot of more opportunities for the women, so some of these women, they don't have to get stuck, trying to do UFC or Invicta, because I even think Invicta is a part of UFC. I think they own part of that or something. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've learned. Yeah, Invicta is a part of UFC. And so really your opportunities vary, but King of the Cage, they're their own entity. And it'd be nice. It'd be nice if there was another entity besides the UFC where these women can actually have an opportunity, where they're not getting crapped on because, the rankings. And it's like that for the men too. But on this channel, I don't discredit, what the men have done. The men work hard, but the women, I just feel like they don't get the opportunity. I don't think that they get all the breaks that the men get. And I think that, they got to jump through hoops to get deals. I think that they have to take off a little bit more clothes than normal to even be recognized. And I think that's sad that that's where it is, okay? And I know I'm going to get some simp idiot running around here that's going to come on here and say something stupid. But, it's the reason why I do it, because I hate sometimes when people are just done wrong. And I hate it on this end. So that's why there's not a lot of channels that will point blank say, hey, I'm going to try to promote the women. I'm just going to do it. Yeah, I'm kind of taking some criticism for doing it. My boxing content have lacked, but I understand why I'm doing it, because there are a lot of people that won't try to promote a lot of the women and, put them in a positive light, man. So it's cool. But I'm glad that these women are getting opportunities. Some of these women, they're not really that good. I'm just going to put it out there. Some of these women don't fight well at all. But one woman two or three that I've really been taking a look at, who they're actually good, they can bang. Okay, this girl right here, this girl that look like she crazy as hell. Okay, this Jamie Colleen girl, this girl can bang. She crazy and she can bang. I'm telling y'all, she's one, man, that I can say, like, good grief, man. They signed somebody who's gonna go hard. Okay, they signed somebody who's gonna go hard. And I even talked to her once or twice on social media, man, about, because she won a fight. And, I started asking her about it. And, just, hey, intense. But a few of these women, they've had success on the amateur level. And they're just, hey, King of the Cage, going to put them out there. So, I hope that they do good. And they're not going to make a lot of money to, go home and live on. Not yet. But I hope that King of the Cage can become an entity that actually takes it to that level where their fighters can live, man, and not just, everybody want to get their UFC contract, because it gets old, man. And some of these women, they have to just sign these contracts for the UFC because it's an opportunity of a lifetime. And it's more money than they'll ever see in their fighting career. So they're not going to even read the fine details of the contract. They're just going to sign on the dotted line because, oh, I get to be on TV, national TV. Oh, I get to be in the UFC. So that's one of the things that I see that's wrong, Um, But yeah, there are a couple of these girls that can fight. There's another girl. She good too. That's Cynthia Crail. She's pretty decent too. And she's got a really stellar amateur career, and she's had some tough fights, and she's come out on top. But definitely, man, they've got a crop of superstars that they're going to bring up. These are the two that stuck out to me, on my radar that I've seen fight before, and they signed. Now, some of them, nah, some of them it's just eye candy. Some of them, they sign some of this talent. They just gonna go in there and get an ass whooping, okay? To help push some of this talent that's really good. That's what's gonna happen. I mean, and it's like that with any fighting organization, okay? They're gonna bring in some strong fighters, and they're gonna bring in some weak fighters to beat up, so the strong fighters can beat them up. But then again, sometimes you do have some of these strong fighters that they actually come in and they actually, get upsets, which, hey, that's what it is. But hey, you guys tell me what you think about this, okay? King of the Cage signs 14 female MMA fighters. And yeah, these women, they're going to be putting it down. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.